Evening all, welcome back to the RimWorld. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a bit of work on a part of the base that I think for a while I've not really liked. It's this kind of prisoner area here. I don't kind of like it. It doesn't work for me. So we're going to, because again these little cells here just don't make sense, because when you capture somebody, generally you want to try and convince them to come to your side. So to do that, you need to be able to make them feel at home, if that makes sense. So I think this kind of room here worked quite well. I think this one makes them, look at the flowers, look at the table. They feel very much at home. There's even a carpet on the floor. So I think we're going to replicate these prison cells here. But I think maybe we go from, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. I think maybe we should, I don't know. Part of me is, I'm not too sure what to do. I think maybe the best thing to do is to kind of convert them into maybe slightly bigger prison cells, because we have these, there's 7 people here. We don't know, look, one's damaged. That's damaged, that one. Anyway, so there's cryogenically pods there, and I think that's going to be potentially more people we can then obviously have in the base. So, the more people you've got, the more things you can do, the quicker you'll grow. So it's quite important. Anyway, so I think for now, we'll leave it as it is. Oh, look, unowned. Nice. Okay, so it tells me who sleeps there, maybe. Yeah, unowned. Logan, unowned, unowned. Awesome. So we've got room. Everybody has to have their own room. It doesn't make them, it makes them very unhappy if they don't. So just bear that in mind. Oh, I've lost a bed there. So let's just build a bed. Furniture, wooden bed. It's not the nicest room, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Let's just put it there, maybe. There we go. I need to obviously put a wall in there as well. Let's just do furniture, wooden wall. Boosh. Right, now, one of the things we need to do is to do this vent thing here. As we are now getting into May, we want to have air conditioning within our building, because if it's too hot, then it's unpleasant. If it's too cold, it's unpleasant, and so on. So the way to get around this is to have a steel vent. Now, the way this works, now I'm going to have to get this right. Fires, pushes cold down to a room, its heat exhaust, but a lot of heat can be used to cool down rooms. I don't think that's the right one, actually. I think maybe there is another one. Anyway, we need to look at that, because temperature is probably one of the more emotive things, because if I have a heater, it only heats that part there. You see it's highlighted where it heats. Same with air conditioning, so you see that air conditioning bit's only doing that. But if you have these vents, what they do is they then stabilize heat. So let's just build one. Let's just deconstruct. Let's just pick a room. Let's just do, I don't know actually. Let's just do these 3 rooms. So there's obviously a heater here. There we go, heater there. And there's a heater there. So we could get rid of one heater by having just one heater that then heats 2 rooms. Does that make sense? So let's do that. So I'm just going to speed up, wait for them to come do it. There we go. And if I come to architect, steel vent, in theory, that's how it should work. Now I need to power it as well. So I think that will power it. Yeah, no, that looks, I can't remember how power works. That's so sad, isn't it? Right, let's just speed up, let them build it. There we go. So they're now building this heat vent thing. So that now, in theory, should, yeah, I'm not sure it's actually right. Let me see if I've got this right. So the temperature in there is currently, again, it doesn't show me. The target is 21. Power, stored, vent, open. I'm not sure that's right. Maybe I've got the wrong mod. But basically what you can do is you can build vents between them all that then just regulate a whole area. So you can have a whole building that's effectively cooled and heated in one go. So that's obviously really nice. I mean, again, this is like building management. It's really, really quite clever. Very, very impressed with it. Really, really like it. Okay, so I think let's do something now, which is an interesting mod that I'm quite curious to play with, which is the auto hunt beacon. So basically any animal that comes within range of the base, or rather this beacon, gets shot, or rather hunted. And it's a lovely idea, because basically anything that comes in range of this beacon will then start to be shot. So we can control the management of your population of beasts a bit, which is quite important when you think about it, because I tell you what, you can actually get overrun with squirrels if you're not careful. So there we go. So let me just get this right. So what's that telling me? Deactivate. So boom rat. Increase range, decrease range, increase range. J. Activate meat threshold, decrease meat threshold, increase meat threshold. Well, to be honest, how do I increase the range? There we go. Now, what's the range at the moment? 30. So let me just set that to 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15 feels about right, doesn't it? So there we go. Look, he's already been targeted with a cross. So one of the hunters is going to say another one there. So one of the hunters is going to come basically start shooting his 9 and come kill him, which is awesome. So here comes Zippy. Zippy, what a name. But he's got a Lee Enfield, so he's not going to hit shit, let's be honest. I mean, a Lee Enfield, it's like a joke. You might as well just throw the gun at them, you've got more chance of hurting them. And look at that range he's doing it at. So he's basically just trying to kill a squirrel from miles away. What a knob. But anyway, so that's how it works. There's no ammo in the game at the moment. I don't know if I've made that clear. I think that's probably a good thing because, oh my God, did you see that shot? Zippy's a badass. Not a bad shot at all. He's abrasive though. Zippy upsets people. Let me tell you the story of Zippy. I seem to be doing this every video. I'm telling you the story of these people. Zippy is not named after the rainbow character Zippy, who had a mouth for a zip. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it because that thing gave me nightmares as a kid. Anyway, Zippy is he's a bit of a douchebag, to be honest. He's an herb world urchin, so he's a bit of a tool. Ancient and deep industrial cityscapes busting with humanity and poison. So he grew up on what you'd call a forge world in the Warhammer 40k thing. So he grew up in like the shit, the sewers of it. And he had to fight for every scrap of food, hence why he's a bit of a dick bag. So he's abrasive, so he basically just says what he thinks. Now, every time he has breakfast with someone, he annoys them. But look at the things he has a burning passion for. He could be a dark horse. He really could become quite an incredible character. I've not really armed him that well, and he's pretty healthy. He's been through the wars, but I tell you what, he's never taken a scratch just yet. He's doing very, very well. So Zippy is, as we saw, a badass. Right, so we've got another guy here. So this auto hunting beacon, oh look, he's got a nice gun. Oh, he's got a pulse rifle, yeah, R4 charge rifle. And look at that, nice. So as you can see, it's already then set so that we come and get it. So what we're going to start seeing is a really nice inclusion. So let me show you what happens. So if we follow that, so let's just follow, look at our bionic man running like a crazy man. Let's look at Pacer as he runs through the base. Now watch him, he's going to go to the butcher's table and butcher the animal, which sounds disgusting, but this is life, bro. There isn't a KFC in space, bro. And basically, as you see, it produced a certain amount of meat, which obviously the meat goes on the stockpile. I would rather it went in the freezer, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. And we then have some form of skin that you can then do things with, like create, parkas and, just stuff. You can produce stuff from it. I really, really love that part of it. I mean, this is always the really nice part of Dwarf Fortress, was that ability to do it. But the thing, like Dwarf Fortress, is very difficult to actually hunt stuff because you always had to kind of go and do it. Whereas now, as you can see, we are shooting, it's a boom rat. Ugh. I think they are being shot by something. I know Clovis is shooting him with his M24. There we go, nice. So he's basically, he's my sniper bra. But anyway, that's good. So that's just a little mod, nice simple little mod, and it's worked out quite well. It's an auto hunt beacon, so highly recommend that one. I think that's nice. Many more to look at there, but I think we're going to move on. Now, again, the problem is everything is kind of sat within research. So you see at the moment we're researching laser drills. There's a lot to research, so this is why we won't be able to do too much until we've got researching down. I think the key thing is again, just to keep on top of your food. So again, I've got a huge buffer here. We've got a really nice kind of chilled freezer area, but I think we probably need to work on that a bit more. Maybe we need to switch this base up a bit as well. And I'll tell you why, because this base is predominantly built with wood. Now, wood is a very, very flammable subject, or substance rather. So basically, if a naked flame hits us, we're going to have a bad time. So already I've lost an entire base because fire set in and I didn't have enough people to fight it. So as you can see, I'm slowly changing all of the walls that were wood with marble. So I'm just going to do a little bit more of that. So you know, let's just do that quickly. You've got to be careful taking walls out, because like in real life, if you do it stupidly, you'll have a whole roof fall on your bonds, and you don't want that. So just take out little bits and then replace it with the appropriate wallage. Now I think we're going to use marble as best we can, because marble's a very pretty material. It's appealing to people. As you can see here, we've poured concrete into this outer kind of open area here, and concrete annoys my people like crazy because it just doesn't look very nice. So people don't like concrete, bear that in mind. You need to be very aware of this, because you know, your well-being, the well-being of your people is so important. So let me show you. If I go to Scarpy, you can see he's kind of sat, you know, if it gets too low, eventually his mental break threshold is 10%. If he passes that, then he's at a high risk of having a mental breakdown. And if he has a mental breakdown and he also owns weaponry, well, I think you can guess what kind of happens. So you need to be very, very aware of that. More so than I can possibly imagine. I think you've got to be very, very aware that if you get that wrong, your dudes will kill half your base. They could even explode the base as well. So the reality is you need to keep your people very happy. So cooking them good meals, having their own bedrooms that aren't tiny little kind of, you know, pokey holes like this, having a luxurious carpeted bedroom with, you know, flowers and all this stuff. It's not just decoration, you know, for nothing. It's actually there to appease and make happy your little people, because you know, flowers and stuff like that, you know, says a lot. They love flowers basically. So you know, don't forget that. I think there's so many kind of, you know, kind of levels, subtle levels here, that if you really get wrong, you're going to lose your base very, very quickly indeed. As you can see, we've got visitors. They don't seem to want to come in. Not sure why, but anyway, there we go. And our defences are pretty substantial as well. So you can see we've got lots of turrets. These are all trial and error. Is Clovis still shooting dudes? I swear to God, he's a little bit too much into this, isn't he? He is the leader, but what's he shooting at now? He's shooting at a boom rat. Wow. Come on, Clovis. Kill him quick. Boosh. Anyway, so you see as they do this, they get better at it. So if I go to character, shooting, see, he's pretty crap at shooting, but he's getting better. So every time they do it, your people get better. So this is why it's almost crippling to the base if you lose a high skill pointed character, because you could have spent years, literally in this game years, training them up to do something quite important. And again, if I go to this overview, you can see anything that's kind of white up to yellow is a key thing. So you know, we have like a number of people who are expert growers, because that's our business, that's what we make money from. If they die, you have the risk of not being able to produce enough food to feed your colony. So you can, it is incredible, you will lose your entire colony if you don't, you know, if you don't look after your people. So definitely love that part of the game. We'll probably talk more about power next time. I think power is going to be the next big thing we look at, but I think we'll end it there. Hope you enjoyed that. Join us next time as we enter the RimWorld.